This is the second video that's back to back. Now, this one is going to be a more serious type of YouTube video. This one is a concept video, a new concept that I've never thought about making into a video. Yes, it's about the opposite sex, it's about women, but I've never answered a question. Now, this one's going to be talking about the video that I was supposed to make last year, but then I put it off until 2020. And that's today. First day is January. And it's hot. No clouds in the sky. So, and plus I got the house to myself, so this is the second video. This one's going to be focusing on or touching on, I was contemplating, should I be talking about sex game? Do I like black women, white women, and Mexican women that are police officers, or women in the military? Those are ideas, so don't get too excited. They won't get made into a video until I know for sure if I have enough material to put it off. But today's video is the video that you should have got last year. I was going to talk about college sports, but I was going to also talk about women's college basketball versus the WNBA. I was going to talk about it last year, and I decided that today's the day to make the video. Now, keep in mind, this is only going to be part one of the video, because part one is going to be talking about what I like about women's college basketball, and in part two, we'll get more into depth on why college basketball is dominating women's professional basketball on TV. So keep in mind, this is only part one. Now, what I like about black women or women in general playing college basketball is that it's more interesting to watch on primetime television. See, I've noticed that when I was in junior high and high school, I would always pay attention to girls playing basketball in college, and whenever they displayed this on television, there's the men's Final Four, there's the women's Final Four. There's the Pac-10 for the men, there's the Pac-10 for the women. And for some reason, whether I could explain it or can explain the phenomenon, for the past 13 years, whether it was on primetime television or whether it was cable, I always found myself in front of the TV watching black women and white women play college basketball. You had these great programs like North Carolina, South Carolina, you had Baylor, you had St. Mary's, you had the Catholic girls' school basketball team playing college basketball, UCLA, USC. For some reason, no matter what school it was, Texas A&M, it could be Auburn, it could be LSU. All of a sudden, I would be watching women throw down on the basketball court. Now, some people might say, you might say that because Spike Lee made a movie a decade and a half ago called Love and Basketball. Well, that might be just only one reason why I like black women and white women that play basketball. That doesn't explain the number one reason. The number one reason is because they have the fundamentals. They know how to play basketball. They know how to play offense. They know how to play defense. They know the fundamentals. And it's interesting to see how women play basketball compared to men. They're competitive in college basketball. They take the game of basketball more serious, and they're ready to learn. And they're not out there trying to find shortcuts to become rich and famous and go pro. Where in the men's world of basketball, we want to go from high school and college straight to the NBA. But with women's college basketball, it has so much to offer. It ain't just entertaining, they know the fundamentals. They keep you invested, they keep you interested. Like, I'll actually sit there and actually watch 2, maybe 3 games in one day of women's college basketball. Whereas if it's the pros, after the first quarter or second quarter, I'm so bored, I change the channel and want to watch a movie or a television show. With women's college basketball, I actually sit there and I actually watch and enjoy it. If it's a school that I follow, I'll follow them because why? You're seeing the fundamentals. You're seeing them play. You're seeing how they play basketball. Now, of course, we'll put this video on the sports channel and see how it turns out. But of course, I'm making part one of the video. Now, why I think women's college basketball is better than the pros is because it has more to offer. You see more basketball games televised on television and cable, and you could take the women serious. Where if it's the pros, you kind of be like, okay, so what's going on here? You know, and the NBA is losing millions of dollars every single year because nobody seems to want to watch women's professional basketball. But yet, if it's women's college basketball, the money keeps going up, 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 up. Now, I believe it has something to do with the fact that they have former NBA players who become coaches in college and they're teaching the women the fundamentals, and that might be why women's college basketball is maybe 3 to 5 times better than the women's NBA. And then the reason why the WBA is declining is because, one, nobody wants to watch a team lose all the time. Like when I watch the women's girls basketball team of North Carolina or the Arizona, Wildcats girls college basketball team, they win their games. If I'm a fan of the LA Sparks, I don't want to see you lose every single year. And then when you make it to the finals, you lose all the time. They got that one girl named Candace Parker, who I thought was the best female college basketball player in college. Now, as far as a pro player, she's okay. She's all right. It's like there's something missing with her ability to play at the professional level. At the college level, she won 2 championships. At the college level, she was a big-time superstar, and I kept watching her play in all her games. But when she got to the pros, it was like, I don't know what it is, but there's something missing. You're in the pros. I'm not interested. I can't get invested in watching you on TV. Nothing against the woman, nothing against her profession. It's just when she was in college, I watched her all the time. But when she gets to the Sparks, it's like, I don't know what it is, but there's something missing. I can't figure it out. You can shoot, you can slam dunk, you can block, you can score, but there's just something missing. And I think that's why women's college basketball is so much better to watch. And the WBA just keeps losing ratings and millions of dollars, and the NBA has to keep paying to keep it on the network. With women's college basketball, they're able to be on the same level as men's college basketball because men's college basketball you're going to always watch. Women's college basketball you're going to watch. The only time I ever watch women in the pros play is if it's the women's USA basketball team playing against the women of Russia or the women of Germany. That's the only time I seem to ever want to watch professional women who play basketball if it's the USA women's basketball team. That's probably the only time. And again, that has something to do with television ratings. Because if it's the best countries versus the USA, you're going to invest your time in watching it. And it's why I said I was going to make a new series. Now, I do have an idea for a sports series, but that's not going to pop off until either spring or summer of 2020. Because I want to see how well this video is received. This video could be very well received, or it could not be very well received. So it all depends on you, the fans, the subscribers. It all depends on you. If you like the video, we'll produce part 2. You guys don't like the video, I still might make a part 2. It just might take a lot longer. So until then, peace.